Arne Slot has arrived in the doors of Liverpool. His contract has officially started. It's a new era. Pre-season is beginning, and of course the focus of this video, Liverpool will be having a look in the transfer market. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the key positions I believe Liverpool need, and I'm then going to identify potential signings Liverpool could make. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, as I aim to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the transfer window. Before we start, I do want to say I've seen a lot of people complaining about Liverpool's inactivity in the transfer window so far. I think it's unfair. Clubs are rarely active in the middle of international tournaments. You have the Copa America currently going on, the Euros. A player's not going to be focusing on a transfer in the middle of a massive tournament for their country. And there's also the fact Michael Edwards is back, and if you know anything about him, you hear rumours at 8 and the signing is done at 9. But anyway, onto the key areas I believe need addressing. First of all, you have a left-sided centre-back to partner alongside Virgil van Dijk. I don't think this is needed to be a big money signing. I think Konate is quality, but he does tend to be a little bit injury prone, and Liverpool don't have the best of backups. Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez are the only real options. I also think left-back is an area Liverpool should look at. I don't think Tsimikas is good enough. I never really have. I've always thought he's overrated. And Robertson has definitely hit his prime and is slowly going down. Again, I don't think it's necessarily going to be a guaranteed starter, but someone to compete with Robertson. A position I think everyone can agree on, a central defensive midfielder. That number 6 role is definitely an issue for Liverpool. It has been for about 2 seasons. Endo is good, but he needs someone to compete with, and if Alexis McAllister is playing there, you're not getting the best out of him. He's clearly better in an 8. And the final position I think Liverpool should be looking at, I've seen left wing be mentioned. I don't agree with that. I think Gakpo is definitely good enough. Luis Diaz had a bad season last season, but I think he has the quality. Jota can play there. Darwin Nunez can play there. I think it's actually the other wing Liverpool have to take a look at. I'm not suggesting sell Salah, but again, a bit of an understudy player that can learn from Salah, a younger player, then eventually when Salah's time comes, that player can take over. Starting off with the centre-back in a very Liverpool-like fashion, I have my centre-backs that can play left-back, so that addresses 2 of the positions. The man you've been hearing about all Euros, Cagliari, he's available for around £40 million, which is a bargain. He's a quality player. Centre-back he can play, left-back he can play, he's good on the ball. At this moment in time, it seems as if Arsenal are the favourites to sign him. Similar to Cagliari, I think Hinakape would also be a good option. The Ecuadorian can play both centre-back and left-back. He played primarily as a centre-back last season for Bayer Leverkusen. I don't know how much they would be looking for. He's a market value of €40 million. They'll probably realistically be looking for more. He's a player Liverpool have been linked with for a while. I think it would be a really good signing. Like I said, it addresses both of those positions. But if we're going to go not very Liverpool-like and sign a centre-back and a left-back, my centre-back option would be Lenny Yoro from Lille. The 18-year-old is being tracked by some of Europe's top teams. Real Madrid, the biggest. Seems as if he has his heart set on Real Madrid. Liverpool is out to Real Madrid again. But if that move doesn't happen, I do think he would be a good signing for Liverpool. I think he's been reported valuation of about €50 million. At 18, he has already over 50 appearances in senior football, which is very impressive. And then the left back I would go with is Wolves' Ain't No We. I think he's really good on the ball, really good attacking left back. Definitely would be a good option. Maybe Premier League tax might come in, that might stop Liverpool because it might be an overinflated price. But if the price is reasonable, I think he would be a very good understudy to Robertson and would definitely begin to push him. Now on to defensive midfielder, and this position was definitely tough. I don't think there's a world-class defensive midfielder currently out there of the right age profile you're going with. You're probably looking for about 25. The best option I have is Ederson, not the Man City goalkeeper, the Atalanta midfielder who was one of the best midfielders in Serie A last season. The only real problem is he's not really a defensive midfielder, he's more of a box-to-box midfielder. But I feel like if he plays alongside Alexis McAllister, both of them would balance each other out. Both have very good defensive capabilities, and I think that would provide you the cover that you need. Ederson is the one I think is most realistic. The next 2 are both unrealistic in my mind. The first I'm going with is Joshua Kimmich. Price point not so unrealistic. I think he'd be available for about €30 million at the most, but it's not a very Liverpool-like signing someone that age who's only really going to do you for about 3 years at the max. So I just can't see Liverpool signing him, but if they were to do so, I think it would be a very good signing. Kimmich is an ideal price point, but is just too old, while the next man, João Neves, is very young. I think he's only 18, but his price point will be absolutely incredible. I think Benfica could be looking for about €100 million, and I can't say that's not understandable. This is just a dream signing. I don't think this happens, but he is such a good player. It would be a great signing for Liverpool, because if he genuinely commits to the club, you're going to have a quality player for 15 years. And even if he doesn't, I have full backing in this player to reach the heights I think he will. So if he wants to leave in 5 years' time, you could probably charge even more than you paid for him. Now on to right wing, the understudy for Mo Salah. And the first player I'm going to mention, I was surprised the price he's available for. It's Federico Chiesa. Fabrizio Romano reporting he's available for less than €30 million. It could be a really good signing for Liverpool. The only concern I have with him is the fact he's relatively injury prone. He had 4 or 5 separate injuries last season, which definitely is concerning, and I don't think Liverpool need even more injury prone players. But at the same time, 26 years of age, he's obviously a very good player. For €30 million, you're thinking, why not? In my opinion, that's definitely worth the risk. But if Liverpool are going to sign a backup right winger, I think the perfect man is Nico Williams, a guy I've been a fan of for ages. I think everyone's copping onto the hype now after a fantastic Euro 2024. He's only 21 years of age. In the Liga last season, he got 5 goals and 11 assists. Not incredible numbers, not quite Liverpool numbers, but I do think if he were to come to club, Liverpool could improve that, because he's a player really good on the ball. He's lightning fast. He would be a danger to any fullback like a prime Mo Salah. Based on the players I mentioned, if I were to pick the most realistic summer I see happening, I'm going Cagliari as a centre-back / left-back, you go Ederson as the defensive midfielder, and then you go Nico Williams off the right. I think that could give or take cost you about 100 to 120 million euros, which isn't an unreasonable amount for a club like Liverpool, even though they don't typically spend big. Those are 3 signings and 3 very good signings. I think that then makes Arne Slot's team very threatening. I think it's a really good squad. Maybe not complete, maybe not as good as it can be, but it's a young squad filled with a lot of players that still have a bit more development, still can get a lot better. See, let me know what you thought in the comments. What do you think of my picks? Are there names I didn't mention that you think I should have? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all my channel members. There's a new members only video out now if you want to check that out by hitting the join button. But besides that, I do appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.